All right. Man, I love that intro. I missed it. It's been a while since we have done a coin video, but we're back live here on the Junius Maltby channel, back to the roots of the channel, taking a look at some silver, some coinage, some history. These are the videos I like. I'd rather do this than talk about the news any day. And it's funny because very rarely, very few people watch these types of videos or stick with them. How do I know this? Because of the analytics. I can see it because the all-seeing eye sees you. It's there. It's recorded. The history videos, people aren't interested in them. And I think it's part of the problem with, all of this. People don't understand the ideology of stacking, the history of metals, the history of coinage. It's all tied together. And you'll see that tonight because of this generous, wonderful, benevolent gift, which I was actually shocked, awestruck, speechless. A friend of the channel gave me this gift in person, personally. Met with Karamia of the channel. Her and Mrs. Maltby are friends, and they visited us, and we celebrated the two birthdays. Karamia, happy birthday again, and Mrs. Maltby's birthday, which is quite soon. So it's today, as a matter of fact. Happy birthday to the beautiful Mrs. Maltby. But I put a little surprise out for her on the channel earlier. We celebrated the birthdays together, and there was some gift exchanges, and it wasn't my birthday. I didn't deserve to get a gift, but Karamia got me this set. She knows how much I like silver, coins, history, all of it, and this little coin set here, which I didn't even know existed, checked all the boxes. I mean, when I unpacked this and looked at it, it was really cool. I'd never heard of it. I'd never seen it before. And, it's got a cool little flip piece of paper that's in the box with it. And I'll show you a few of the items, how they come, because I looked it up. But I want to read through the history and each one of these coins because they're quite interesting. So I've got this little slip of paper here. But let me show you. We'll go to the website. We'll keep those coins up on the lower side of the screen there so you guys can see it. There you go. That's the little piece of paper you can see that comes with it. It's in a little box here. And then there's three coins within the little box, each one representing a different one of the empires, the last empires of Europe. And we're going to take a look at each one and read through them. I'll just read to you exactly how it comes. And the three coins, again, we'll be talking about the Habsburg Austria Corona. And coin number 2 is and I don't know how to pronounce this, so excuse me, Hohenzollern, Germany. And this is a half mark, Wilhelm II. And number 3, the third coin, is from Russia. Russia! It's a Romanov Kopecks. This is 15 Kopecks, Nicholas II.
I mean, that one should be destroyed and thrown into the
I might melt this one down out of solidarity. I'll just
toss it in.
I'll throw it in a lake. I'll get rid of it. And as you can see, real quick, the metal content of these, back to the Corona, you'll see it's got a weight of 5 grams, and it's 8350 fine. So it's 0.8350 fine silver, or not fine silver, but the fineness is 8350. The half mark is 2.77 grams, and it's 0.90. So the German half mark being the purest of the silver. Yes. It's raining. It's raining. It's pouring. The old man is snoring.
I just planted a bunch of pansies today, so I needed this to happen.
And the least pure of the silver content would be the Kopecks. The 15 Kopek coin is 0.5%, half. It's 50% silver. So let's get to the little booklet. Back to the screen, though. I'm going to go with just the coins for you, putting them back up. And Mrs. Maltby will handle them with her beautiful hands. She'll be my little hand model.
What?
And
I'm not touching them.
well, I need you to flip one over. So
no, there's nothing on the back.
Oh, that's right. There's right. Just you can point then. Point to coin number 1. That's the upper left, right? That's the Habsburg Corona.
Yeah,
so the coin we're going to read about right now will be the House of Habsburg, this Corona right up here. And I'll read the insert, what they have for us there now. The House of Habsburgs. and pardon me if I don't get some of these European pronunciations right. I'm a dumb American. I don't know nothing. The Habsburgs ruled over swaths of the continent for almost a millennia, from the time of Count Otto II in 1108 through 300 years of the Holy Roman Empire until Armistice Day 1918. The Archduke Franz Ferdinand, a Habsburg, was the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne when he was assassinated by Serbian nationalists in Sarajevo in 1914, an event that famously began the Great War. When his father, Emperor Franz Joseph, pictured on this Hungary 1 koruna silver coin, died in 1916 at the age of 86, the Archduke's cousin Charles I took the throne, becoming the last emperor of Austria, the last king of Hungary, and the last king of Bohemia and Croatia, the last king of Galicia and Lodomeria, and the last monarch of the great house of Habsburgs. Charles did not formally abdicate, hoping to return to power, but his attempts to restore the monarchy were unsuccessful. He died in exile in Madeira in 1922, so he did not formally abdicate. All right, and he died in 1922. Now, I'm going to show you some details on that coin. We go back to it. There it is, right? That's the reverse. If you're looking at the coin that I have in the box that's down here, let me get it transitioned for you guys. I got to work both. There we go. There we go. So now you can see what I'm talking about. I'll show you. I'm going to go live with, there you go. Okay. Again, we're talking about the upper left on the little screen, and that would be right here. That's the more of a zoomed in image. We'll use AppMex's coin just so you guys can get a really clear picture of what it looks like. They've just got better photographers on staff. And then the other side right here, that's the gentleman we were talking about. And beautiful coin, well struck. I mean, I love the details in the crown. And it's just I've never had one of these. I've never had coins of kind of this time period, other than British silver. I've got some of that, but I've never had a diverse collection of European coinage like you're seeing here. So the Corona's a pretty cool one. I was just the first one I've got. I have seen some of the gold stuff they've had in the past, but again, I've never had any of their silver. The next coin we will read about is...
You have to point to it.
This one.
No,
right.
It's the one below it. The one in the bottom is number 2.
Is that number 2? No.
The one
no,
on
it
the
isn't.
bottom.
Let me see. I'll just take it out and find out. That's number 3. You're right. Look at you. You are smart.
Damn.
There's number 2 right there.
Where's the face?
So do I have it pulled up? Let me find it on the big screen too. There it is. So Mrs. Maltby is going to be the one reading about coin number 2. This is the half mark.
Okay, so this one is the House of Hohenzollern. How do you say that, Junius?
I don't know. That's exactly...
Where's Rolf?
It's Hohenzollern. Just read. That's the one. I love the reverse on this coin.
The Hohenzollerns served as princes, dukes, kings, and emperors of Prussia, Germany, and Romania for some 900 years. The Zollern line was founded in the 11th century by Burkhard I, one of the first dukes of Swabia in southwest Germany, and remained in power until the abdication of Emperor Wilhelm II in 1918. Although intelligent and well-meaning, Wilhelm was also impatient, arrogant, and ill-tempered, and these character flaws contributed mightily to his demise. A notorious interview with the British Daily Telegraph in 1908, in which he made plain his contempt for England, was used as propaganda by the British in the run-up to the war. Wilhelm... What?
I said, propaganda.
Oh.
In a run-up to a war. Who would have guessed?
Wilhelm was caricatured in the British press as the very embodiment of German belligerence. He was forced to abdicate in 1918, living the rest of his 82 years in the neutral Netherlands, but never renouncing his now meaningless title as King of Prussia.
And one of the gentlemen in the chat, I just scrolled past it. Someone was mentioning it does have stampings. Frank Peter, there are stampings on the side of the coin. Yes, Frank, and you know what? I'll put those up on the camera because I love to have side marks, side stampings on the rim of a coin. I'm moving the tea mug. On on a coin. I've always enjoyed it. I think that there's, maybe it's the fascination with, I don't understand how they do it. I just don't have a clear idea, but I've always loved edge lettering, edge dates, symbols, sayings. Let me open the coin up here. I'm not worried about touching these. After all, I'll be the only one that ever owns them, so let's take this one. This one doesn't, let me see, the half mark. I think maybe he's talking about the other one. No, this one just has a reeded edge. I think you might be referring to, yeah, this one, the half mark just has a reeded edge. I think you might be talking about, I'll check. I know one of these does. You are right. I just don't know which coin has because when I was looking at them, I saw edge lettering on one, and, well, let's get that back. I'll find out which one it is, and we'll find it. It is cool to see edge lettering, and I think let's just put this one back. Let me see. Is it nope, that's reeded as well. It must be the Russian one.
Russia. The potato coin.
The kopecks. We didn't read about the Russian coin yet, right? Oh, that's not. No, the Russian coin I just handled it. The Russian one was reeded. This is the one I read. The Habsburgs. And yes, that's the one he's referring to. There you go. Yes, there's actually symbols and letters. I can't on my eyes right now. I just cannot see them all, but if you can.
Junius.
I'm trying.
Maltby.
There we go. There you go. There you go. You can kind of make it out. So there's some nice markings and some letters on the edge of the corona. There we go. I will put that back, and then Mrs. Maltby, since your voice is so beautiful, do you want to read about the Romanov one?
Are you having me read these because
the Russian
names are hard to pronounce?
Yeah,
because I can't do it either.
No, you know what it is? It's because I think the Russian one should have a Slavic girl reading it. So, and that's coin number 3, which is right up here. The 15 kopecks, also a reeded edge, as we just learned. And I'll show you what that coin looks like in greater detail on the screen. It's this reverse. Let me get that transitioned for everyone to see. And where's it at? There it is. So that is the 15 kopecks. And it does have some, you can see there's some Orthodox symbolism going on on the eagle holding right there. And I'm sure I could get a much more detailed description of the symbols and what's on all of these coins.
Glenn Osborne, channel member, says the two-headed coin is the 32nd degree of Freemason.
The two-headed coin. This one?
I suppose.
And then you've got the Russian. There's the 15 kopecks. You going to read us the description, Mrs. Maltby, on the 15 kopecks?
Yes. Am I reading the House of Romanov?
Yes. That's how many potatoes you can get with 15 kopecks.
The Romanovs. I have...
here, read it over here. At
the Fabergé eggs on our mantle. Romanov Fabergé eggs. Not the real ones, mind you. But if anybody ever stumbled upon one, I would take it. Okay.
So you're reading the House of Romanovs.
Yes. And Glenn Osborne says, yes, that coin is the 32nd degree of Freemasonry. Okay. The House of Romanov. With the death of Tsar Fyodor I, the simple-minded son and sole heir of Ivan the Terrible, in 1598, the Rurik dynasty died out. Russia endured a 15-year period of extreme hardship known as the Time of Troubles, which saw coups by usurpers and false pretenders to the throne, and a full third of the population starved to death. Mikhail Romanov, just 16 years old and terrified at the prospect of rule, became Tsar in 1613, the first of a line that included Peter the Great and Catherine the Great, solidifying the political situation in Russia for the next 300 years. The last Tsar, the hapless Romanov Nicholas II, ruled during this Bloody Sunday massacre, the humiliating defeat in the Russo-Japanese War, and most of the Great War, in which over 3 million Russians perished. Nicholas was overthrown by the Bolsheviks in the 1917 February Revolution and summarily executed with the entire royal family a year later. Contrary to popular myth, his daughter Anastasia did not survive, although his cousin, Prince Philip, is the husband of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II. I disagree. I think Anastasia did survive.
So wait a minute. Philip is what relation?
Prince Philip is the husband of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II.
But how he's
what? A cousin.
He's a cousin.
Correct. He's a cousin to Nicholas Romanov.
So is Philip part Russian?
That was the big scandal.
So are some of the kids? I don't follow the Roman or the royal family at all. I don't pay attention to any of it. I've never watched their weddings, their parades, or any of their pomp and flair and circumstance, whatever you call it.
Neither have I. I just followed. I just love the Romanov history.
I'm learning as everyone else is learning right now because you just perked my interest dramatically. You have to tell me again. Philip is the cousin.
Prince Philip, the husband of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II.
So does that
Lizard
mean
Lady,
the father, who's the father of right? Who are her kids?
Oh, Junius, Nicholas.
That means the royal family, the kids today, though, have
who was
Russian
obliterated
genetics
in their palace by the Bolshevik filthy commies.
Yeah.
Okay. His cousin is Prince Philip, who is the husband of Lizard Lady.
Yes. So I'm wondering, like, I would love to see the family tree on Philip. Though, like, was it his dad or his mom?
We'll take a look at the and Sarah Brown in the chat. Sarah Brown in the chat. She's on my page here. Rasputin.
Yes.
Was that slimy, weird, gross? Look up Rasputin. You have to see how this guy looks like. No. He's creepy as hell. Look him up. Rasputin. His picture is horrendous. He's creepy. He's weird. And
I've seen I know which one you're talking about. I'll look him up.
They tried to kill him like 1,000 freaking times, and he did not die because he's actually a demon. It's an N.
I'm gonna go to this. It just says Russian.
Yeah, that guy. Look at him. Look at how gross he is.
It says Russian.
Imagine that guy appearing at the foot of your bed at 3 a.m.
I know. I'd freak out. I would freak out a little bit.
So he was, unfortunately, way too, what would be the word, trusted by the family. And he pretty much led to their demise. It's a long story.
It keeps asking me for cookies, and I don't want cookies.
I want cookies.
Open image in new tab. I'll just do that.
I just want to see this creepy guy, okay? That's Rasputin.
He's a freaky looking dude.
He's freaky. Would you trust him? I wouldn't trust him. And the Romanovs
so what happened,
sealed their demise.
When he was around, what would he do for him?
Well, he tried to act as like an advisor type of role.
Psychopath, man.
Yeah, he looks
like
gross.
He's like what's
he's
that
like
guy
a Russian Charles Manson.
Yeah, that's what I say, Charles Manson.
Yeah. Gross.
What a freak.
I know.
What a freak. Yeah, he looks nuts.
Completely demonic dude.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him.
Well, he was referred to as the Holy Devil, I think. What was he referred to as? Was it that? The Holy Devil?
Oh my goodness.
I believe he was a Satanist.
Oh, there was definitely something wrong with him. I mean, you can perceive it immediately.
Yeah, hold on. Rasputin. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to pull up the internets here. Rasputin.
I mean, the guy's definitely off.
Yeah, he's gross.
I mean,
they called him the Holy Devil. And he was known as kind of like a devil incarnate. So he claimed to have all these mystical, weird healing powers, very sort of witchcrafty, you know what I mean? What's the word? Occult.
Yeah.
Very much into the occult. Thought he was a healer. People were very turned off by him because he actually referred to himself and said he was the second coming of Christ.
Yeah, okay. The guy was he had to be.
Why?
And he was with the royal family.
And I think he became sort of like a cult leader.
How would the royal family even let him be around?
I know, because he manipulated them. He manipulated many members of the Romanov family. Because back then, you got to think about the time period back then, Junius. they were very afraid. You know, if somebody said they're a holy man and they do things that are occult-like, and it sort of appears that way.
Yeah.
Back then, it was very easy to sort of brainwash people, and people lived in fear. Religion was more feared back then, and you know this from Catholic history and other religious histories. It was much easier to deceive people. But yeah, just gross, just disgusting individual.
Oh, he's giving me the creeps right now. I mean,
I know, it's horrible.
Even the fact that he was exposed to the
and
kids.
He's from Siberia. He was born in Siberia. Just crawled out of a hole there.
Yeah, it said occupation Russian peasant when you look.
Yeah, he's a Russian creepy guy. That's his real occupation.
I mean, this looks like a guy in a mental hospital.
He was an alcoholic.
Right, I mean,
too.
look at this.
Yeah.
It's like one floor of the cuckoo's nest.
So
it's amazing
anyway,
the journey you take
responsible for the
when you're looking at coins
of the Romanovs.
Oh, the places you'll
go.
And
so that's the thing. So the Rasputin, when he was in St. Petersburg, and there's like a very famous story on this. He claimed to people, and remember, back then, right? There's no way to... The Google mods were not there to fact check him, right?
Yeah.
So he spread this thing that the Virgin Mary had appeared before him and told him something like he needed to go to... It was either St. Petersburg or another... I think it was St. Petersburg. So the Virgin Mary appeared before him, told him to go to St. Petersburg, and that he needed to help the royal family. And so he sort of got in through some connections that he met through his monastery. And it was a religious advisor, a former religious advisor to the Romanov family that sort of wiggled his way into the palace. And so he met with people there, and from what I understand, when he got there, initially people were creeped out by him. The same way that we are. They said he was disheveled. He had a very odd and evil appearance. But then he did things like mystical things in front of them, which I would perceive as they were actually probably demonic things that he did.
Or just simple, stupid
or
magic
just simple
tricks. Like,
things.
what did he do? What kind of things did they claim they witnessed?
I'm not sure. I could look it up, but...
I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm gonna have a freaking weird dream about Rasputin.
He's horrible, right? Like,
it's like
that's
a horror
the type
movie.
Of guy.
You're scaring me.
Really.
I just wanted to talk about coins tonight. Now I'm gonna go to bed scared. It's amazing the journey you'll take when you're just looking at silver.
I know.
I never thought that we would end up here talking about Rasputin, but amazing. That's just from looking at the 15 kopecks.
The Romanov family history and that Russian history is probably one of my favorite things to read about. But I do truly believe that Anastasia actually escaped. I disagree with people who just blow it off as she did.
So you think she made it?
I truly do think that she did.
Where's the evidence?
And you can fall down a rabbit hole. Well, there's quite
what are your sources?
There's quite a lot of evidence that she made.
Sources? I'm going to Snopes that.
Okay?
Nope. Snopes says it's nope. Give me a source.
You'll need to read up on your Romanov history.
I will. But, hey.
What is this guy in the chat saying? Stage 274. Bro, look up Rasputin prediction about souls of Earth will be removed. No! I don't want to.
So we looked at 3 coins. We looked at the House of Habsburg.
I have to screenshot that so I can actually look it up later.
The Austrian Corona, that was the first one. Beautiful coin. And it was 8350 silver, remember? Then we looked at and read about the half mark from Germany.
Wait, hold on. I'm going through the chat here because I was rambling away, trying to going with things I remembered from my past. Andrew T.C. Wilson said, yes, he treated the Queen's son for a blood disorder, but he did practice black magic. So see, there you go. So he deceived the holy, and I say this in quotes, the holy people around him, that he had healing powers. And
Grinder based. Hey, thank you, my friend. He just threw down a super chat, and he's saying Papa Kalashnikov says to sleep with an AK under your pillow to fight potential Rasputin apparitions. I might try that. I'll do that. I will do that tonight.
Member for 16 months. She said the same thing up above. I'm sorry I missed that. And she said, I believe that the little prince had a blood disorder and the queen thought he could heal her son. Yes, thank you all for reminding me of that. It's been a while since I read up on my history. But yeah, Platinum Gnome. You guys should read about Rasputin's death. It's unbelievable. Yes, it's creepy. It's horrific. Junius, you have to read about his death tonight, okay?
Oh, what's going on?
We're going to do bedtime stories. We're going to do
Then
bedtime
I'm sleeping
stories.
with an AK.
That wouldn't have killed this guy. Okay.
He probably wouldn't. He probably just got up and kept going.
That's kind of what the
whatever happened to him.
Gist of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to read about it. He probably just walked into the woods. Is he wandering the planet forever?
Probably.
Was he cursed to wander the planet forever?
Oh, no. That's
Is he the wandering?
I don't think he is.
Okay. I wonder if he's the wandering. Maybe not.
No,
I doubt it.
He's not.
He's not. Could you imagine if he was and he's still around?
No, I don't.
Are you the wandering? No, I'm not.
No, demonic stuff scares me. It scares the crap out of me because I think it's real and it's horrible.
Excellent.
Ugh.
So we've looked at the corona.
And yes, Karamia says lots of hidden hand poses. But that's how they operate. All these satanic people.
Let me read the third coin, please. I'm going to read off. I'm trying to do in summary the coins we've discussed. Use your beautiful finger and point at coin number 1. That's the corona. The next one we looked at. Fine, I'll use my ugly.
Yeah, use your finger
right there. Then we read about the half mark, Wilhelm II, and then the Romanov, Nicholas II, 15 kopecks from Russia. 3 silver coins, all from the twilight of the empires, the last royal houses of Europe. Unbelievable. The fateful year of 1918 marked the end of the First World War and the fall of 3 of the oldest and most influential royal houses in Europe, the Habsburgs, the Hohenzollerns, and the Romanovs. Combined, the 3 families accounted for some 23 centuries of dynastic rule. So quite interesting, unbelievable little collection of coins. Very happy to be in my history collection. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Karamia.
No, hold on.
What is it?
I'm reading. I have to read the prediction thing. Hold on. I'm finding it.
Meanwhile, I'm going to fix the Corona coin where it's placed in the holder. What are you trying to find, Mrs. Maltby?
His gross prediction.
James Richter says, Mrs. Maltby, free Junius. See? They're saying free Junius now.
No. Somebody banned that comment. I'm just kidding. So, he predicted the... Rasputin mentions 3 world wars, okay?
Okay.
2 of them have already passed. And he's quoted as saying... 3 hungry snakes will crawl along the roads of Europe, leaving behind ash and smoke. The time of peace will come, but the world will be written in blood. And when 2 fires go out, the 3rd fire will burn the ashes.
That's pretty vague. You know, people always say, well, they were predicting this or that. You know what? If you knew it, then just say it.
This might not be the prediction.
Just say, in the year 20 and 22...
This might not be the prediction that he's mentioning in the chat.
I'm just teasing.
I'm just saying. A lot of them.
I'm just saying.
And they're all creepy.
The guys that, I know. I wish they'd be
I know,
the little predictor people. If you're going to be a little predictor, just give us a date and time. None of this messing around stuff.
I know.
No, like animals, symbolism, different, you know, just tell us what's up. Hey, this guy, George Bush, he's going to do this, and this. Hey, on this date, a plane's going to fly into 2 buildings.
Yes.
But they never do. It's never exact enough for me. But, you know, interesting conversation nonetheless. And now I have to going even deeper. Read about the symbolism on the coins some more. Take a journey down that road for each coin. And then I'll even have to look up and read about Rasputin. Since Mrs. Maltby had to wake me up and scare me all about that tonight. I mean, I've heard the name. I knew the name. And I knew exactly what picture, but I don't know anything about it. As soon as you said it, it's funny. The dark eyes, the weird beard, that stare. I was like, yeah, I've seen that. I remember. But I never ever dove into the history of who he was, what he did.
But
so now I got to go there.
The crazy thing, though, Junius, and I'm going to let you read about it because it's so disturbing, is truly how he failed to die after multiple gunshot wounds and a lot of things happened.
For real?
Yes. It's creepy. No, you have to read it.
Send me the link. I'll read it. Do you want to read it now?
Gross.
Where are you finding it? I could read it right now. You
Well,
might as well. You're saying it.
I'm not.
Is it lengthy?
No, I know how he died. I didn't find a link on how he died.
I'll look it up.
I don't have a link to read. That's my point. Like I know how
I'll check it
he
out.
died. Do you want me to find something?
No, I'll do it another time.
You guys, just look it up. If you don't know how he died, you all have to look it up. It's a cozy bedtime story.
And in case you're wondering, that's who we're talking about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. For history, a walk through some coinage and a very awesome coin set given to me.
Thank you, Karamia.
Thank you,
for that
Karamia.
Coin set. She got me some cool.
Oh, she got you some
too.
awesome stuff. Oh, and I got a couple of really cool stickers.
Yeah, Junius was kind of like, so we exchanged gifts with each other, and I don't think Junius really. There's a lot of Halloween stuff. And it was funny because we actually bought each other the same exact things, but they were different.
Hey, all right, that's good stuff. Yeah, you guys are very much alike, very similar personalities. And happy birthday again to my beautiful wife.
Thank you, Junius.
Mrs. Maltby. Happy birthday. And again, so that's it for tonight. If you're watching this and it's not live and you still want to do a super thanks, they're right down below. They're right down over there somewhere. That new button that YouTube threw down.
Yeah, it's a new little button.
And I actually qualified. They actually let me have it. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
I thought for sure they weren't going to. It's been out for like a couple of years, I guess, but they let me have it as long as I stay calm and I'm not too extreme. So, nah, we will be though. You'll never. My goal is to push it to the line. We don't care what they say. We'll say what we want to say, think what we want to think.
We haven't seen how it works. It's kind of like a super chat, but it's in the comments.
Yeah. And then I think their comment gets pinned by YouTube or something.
Like
I don't know. I haven't seen it work.
Feature.
We'll see. You guys have a good rest of your night.
Yes,
Be
thank
well.
you.
Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you on the
Make
next
sure
one.
you pray and grab a rosary.
Don't think about
creepy.
recipe tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.